was around 15 years old, I was very active on many Facebook art groups. Where I live, everybody uses it, so don't shame me. I got to meet many people online who were often my age and ended up making lots of friends. They were never from my city though, not even my own country. So when I finally found someone from my city, I got kind of excited. This dude told me he was my age. Spoilers, he wasn't. He was at least 18 at this time. And like the dumb kid I was, I believed him. We talked for 2 months and I think he seemed pretty chill. At least, until he started to ask for personal info and pictures of me. Let me tell you, I may be an idiot, but I'm not stupid, and I didn't send him anything. My Facebook profile didn't have any, but sadly, my mum did have some pics of me, and I tend to stand out because I'm very tall and have recognizable features. Now, before continuing, I want to address the title of this story. Why Ronald McDonald? Well, he was very, very obsessed with Ronald McDonald. He had pictures of him everywhere and would share mostly old photos of the suit. At this time, I thought it was a joke or some weird aesthetic, and since I've always loved creepy photos, I didn't think much of it. At least, until he started to show his clear devotion to the clown. He would say things like Donald was his hero, and he wanted to meet him, something that wasn't probable since we don't have a McDonald's in my country. In his mission to get to know me, he asked if I was interested in someone, and I said no, then proceeded to ask me if I wanted to be his girlfriend. I, of course, said no. He kept insisting, so I lied and said I wasn't interested in anyone because I already had a girlfriend. I'm bi and was very open about it online at the time. He quickly switched from "be my girlfriend" to "you're a sinner." And that's when I knew this dude was religious and homophobic as hell. He even asked me if my dad or any men had done something to me for me to like girls more. This is where I decided to leave and block him everywhere I could. He tried to contact me from different accounts, but the way he writes is very distinct, so I blocked them too. He would be everywhere. I would join a group for artists only, and he would pop out of nowhere. If I left the group, he would leave too. I would go to conventions with my cousin, and he would be there. And yes, I knew how he looked because he sent me pics. I tried to pass it off as a weird coincidence, but he didn't even like anime or anything about the conventions, so it was really weird. This went on for a good couple of years, and I somehow managed to avoid a physical encounter every time. I'm guessing he could keep track on me because I was, and am, still very active on my city's art community. I would never post about my personal life or my face, but the times I did say something like, going to X place to help, he would be there. Fast forward some years, and I'm attending to an art-related class, and there's one weird dude who is my classmate. I say he's weird because he would ship me with my friend who was also in the class, and would ask very not safe of viewing questions to us, like were we a couple? We were both minors and he was 23, so I tried to keep distance. One day, the McDonald guy comes to the building. I obviously fast walked to the other side of the building, but apparently he was looking for the other dude, and of course, they were friends. It seemed that the weird dude would talk about me and my friend with the Donald guy, who clearly knew who I was and was still trying to get to me. The classes always ended quite late, and I had to wait for my mum to pick me up. I'm very calm and quite strong, so I didn't fear being robbed because I had already been in that situation and know how to deal with it. However, the knowledge of the Donald guy knowing where I was 3 days of the week late at night gave me chills. I know I don't really describe him like a dangerous guy, but he has been keeping an eye on me since 2016. I was still a kid, and I swear to God, I saw him walking on the street one night. My mum was late. She was always late, but this time was at least 1 hour late. I had to run into a sandwich store that was in the opposite direction because it looked like he was approaching me. I finished the classes and worked there for a little project, no more than a few days, but guess what? He was there. He didn't enter the building, but I could see him walking outside. Thankfully, those days, my boss let me stay inside until my mum arrived, so I felt a lot more calm. I see him around the internet from time to time, and I make sure to block him. I'm also pretty sure he doesn't know where I live because I moved recently, so that's a little comforting. So yeah. That's my story of a weird Christian dude obsessed with Ronald McDonald who has been keeping an eye on me for at least 5 years now. People in my neighborhood have been getting sick lately. Very ill, and not just one person, entire families that all get infected at the same time. They'd all collectively tell a similar story. The victims report the presence of a strange, mysterious odor in their homes with no immediate explanation, followed by nausea, leg cramps, vomiting, and finally, paralysis of the legs. There were varying explanations of the smells: nail polish remover, skunks, dead animals, or the factory behind the neighborhood. Now it's happening to us. My husband woke up sick and vomiting, telling me that he smelled gas and to check the pilot light of the stove. I removed my covers, but I was paralyzed. I couldn't walk. Yesterday morning, we received a telephone call from our neighbor. She woke up this morning from a violent coughing fit from her daughter, but she was unable to move to go check on her. It seems the paralysis is temporary, as we all found the illness in recession by evening. The police are baffled. Last night, I left our living room window slid open to fully clear the odour from our home, as I began smelling it once again, not leaving, but strengthening. There was a shuffling in the front of the window screen, but when I turned on the light, no one was there. Tonight, I got a call from Mrs. Kearney, Another neighbour at 11:15 p.m. She was panicked, telling me she'd smelled a sweet scent wafting through her living room, believing it to be from the flower bed just outside the windowsill, but she began to lose feeling in her legs. She couldn't walk. The neighbourhood is hysterical. Mrs. Kearney's sister says she smells it too and believed it was coming from the near window. Mrs. Kearney's husband Charles just got home at midnight and called the police. He reported that as he pulled into the gravel driveway, he saw a tall, thin man in a long dark trench coat wearing a tight-fitting hat, crouched next to the window. He got out to chase him, but the man disappeared into the woods. He said the man was carrying a metal canister with a flit gun attached to it, something usually carrying a pesticide to kill off insects. I fear this won't stop. It's quiet now, eerily quiet. Everyone is nestled against their windows, eyes in the darkness of every home, peering out, an anomaly in itself this has created. Nobody has found him, despite neighbourhood watch and cruising police night and day, but the prowler is quiet and his weapon invisible. My fingers are getting numb as well, and the smell is coming back despite our windows being shut and locked. My husband can't walk either. We are trapped. I'm writing to remind myself that I still have the ability to move anything. This was my grandmother's written, true account of a period of local hysteria in Mattoon, Illinois' 1944, of a mysterious man sneaking in the shadows of this foggy season, inching alongside the walls, crawling under the apertures, attempting to injure or kill families with what was believed to be bug spray pesticide. He was never found. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This should be the last video I make with my current microphone, as I have a new one being delivered as we speak, and hopefully it helps to clear up the audio a lot, as I feel it's been lacking in my videos so far. Let me know what you thought about the stories down below, and if you have any stories you would like me to narrate, please send to the email on screen. And as always, I wish you all a happy holiday, and remember to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.